Alright, this video will explain you more than a payment by a sleep expert, by a nutritionist, by an exercise expert, and by a mental coach. This video is the video you should watch about health. And why can I tell you this? Well, my name is Justus and I own a company with 8-figure potential, blah, 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 that actually solve this problem for high performance and entrepreneurs. So I literally live and breathe and practice health. And all of my clients, we have 100% success rate, and everyone in my area gets so much healthier because of these tips I want to share you. You will never ever watch any other video about health after this here. I don't know how long this is going to be. I have a lot of points to cover. As you can see, I will set up my camera and we will dive deep into this. I don't know, 2 hours, 1 hour, 3 hours, I don't know. I will give you everything. No course, nothing to sell, everything about health. Alright, and here we are. To tell you this beforehand, if you expect some fancy edited video with flashy edits and anything like that, then click away. This here is just value. If you watch this video, I can tell you this from the bottom of my heart, you will get healthy. And as you know, there are 3 areas in your life: your wealth, your relationship, and your health. And after this big video, I will cover one topic and you never ever will have any struggles with that. But why health? Well, you know, relationships are very, 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 very personal, and every relationship is different. Wealth, there are a lot of scammers, a lot of gurus, and a lot of get-rich-quick people. But as you might know, that is not possible. You only get rich with hard work. And I believe that everything has been said. And health is something very curious. There are a lot of experts out there, but they do not actually give you the value that you deserve. They always want to sell you their supplements, their products, their pitchy things, but in the end, you do not get any further, right? And that's what I want to do now, because I create this video because I want to do it for my younger self, my 16, 17, 18-year-old younger self who struggled with a lot of anxieties, with a lot of struggles physically and mentally. I was overweight, I had trauma, I had cancer. Yeah, I had a great relationship with friends and all of that stuff, but I had low self-esteem, and that was because I wasn't healthy mentally and physically. And well, I was a nerd, so what is the one thing nerds can do the best? Well, focus on one thing. And that's what I did. I did this now for 6 years. Focusing on health. And now I want to share this to you in 2 hours, or I don't know how long this will be. So health can be literally, this is our guidance. This is our pathway we now will go through today. This is health in its simplest and its foundational form. Of course, you can do specialized thing for specialized people, but these things, if you cover this here, if you watch this video and do the stuff here, you will cover 95 to 99% of all your health stuff, of all your health issues, of all your things you need to cover in health. And with that information, even your doctor will ask you how you got that healthy. So I would say let's start with the most important part. And this might be the most boring thing because you might heard a lot of that. But I will give you a lot of book recommendation, a lot of input, a lot of things I did to sleep that good, right? So I do not only want to flood you with information, I will give you steps that I took or that I think were good that actually took me to the point I am right now. Well, I said this in the introduction. I own an 8-figure potential company, a coaching agency. I hate the word coaching because coaching is always associated with scam. But yeah, we have 100% trust rate. So everyone who ran this program literally got success. And I have happy relationships, happy friends. I work out a lot. I take care of my health. I sleep great. So I want to literally share you how I do this with sleep. Because you might be a very, very stressful person. You might have a lot of obligations. And you might think that you can't sleep because you do not have the time. Or that, I don't know, yeah, well, but my friends told me or asked me to go out that night. And then, yeah, man, I only had 4 hours of sleep and I need to wake up at 6 a.m. And yeah, man, it is what's a struggle. I was in that situation and we will go through this, right? So, sleep. First things first. If you stick this far, you are good to go. So, keep going, man. First of all, we need to take a look at the preparation. And for that, I think we just simply go through the documents of my program. I think I can tease you a few. Is it that here? Yes. Okay. So this is literally everything you need to know about sleep. And if you want a book recommendation, Why Was Sleep from Matthew Walker. Literally a sleep scientist who break down sleep in its purest foundation and give you everything you need as a normal human being, by the way, to sleep properly. Of course, if you have struggles with sleep and if you really have some medical cause and medical issues, then I recommend you to go to a doctor, right? Do this. But if you're a normal human being, read this book and after that you will sleep great. And this information here will be add-on to this. And this here alone will increase your sleep so much. So literally what I want to tell you is that we as human beings are made for sleep. We love sleep. And what is a day with good sleep in comparison to a day with bad sleep? The bad sleep day is literally a wasted day, right? You might have this. You wake up tired, sluggish, feel bad, feel poor, and the only thing you are think about is, well, I want to go to sleep. I'm tired, I want to sleep. And therefore you run through your day and you do the things you need to do, right? But you do nothing above that. You might give 100%, but you do not improve that much. And on the other side, you have the good sleep. The sleep, you wake up fresh, then, I don't know, you go outside and have some fun. I will explain what you do after waking up, but you do the stuff and the day is great, right? You can think clearly, you be emotional stable. So if you have an argument or anyone is angry with you, then you just think, man, I do not care. So sleep is literally not only a physical help that, of course, you have more energy and you do not have eye rings and you do not look like a zombie. You just simply look great. But it has more the mental component because your brain functions properly with proper sleep. And proper sleep is around 7 to 9 hours. That is what we need to know. That is what we target. And you heard about that. And now you ask, why? Why 7 to 9 hours? Well, it's basically based on science. Everything here is based on science. And studies showed, of course, when you sleep 10, 11, 12, 13 hours, it will be better than the previous one. But it will not be such an increase, such a significant increase in performance. It is kind of a plateau, right? And you need to understand it like a curve, and at 9 hours it kind of plateaus, and 7 to 9 are the great sweet spot. For example, I sleep around 7 to 8.5 hours. That's what I target. Sometimes 6. Oh no, I sleep 6 hours sometimes. Well, we are all humans. Sometimes I sleep 6, sometimes I sleep 9, but mostly I sleep around 7 hours. But I can show this to you. Yeah, I can show this to you. I have a tracker. Yeah. So here, so here you can literally see my sleep time. Yeah, here. Yeah, as you can see, 8.5, 6.5, 7, 8.5, 7, 8.5, 8, 7.5. So my average for this was 7.5 hours, right? So pretty solid. And that's what you need to target too. And now you say, well, I do not have the time for that. And I can tell you one thing. Then set your sleep as your priority. Time is not one thing you do have. Time is one thing you prioritize. No one can tell you that you do not have time for anything. In the end, what do you need in your life? Do you need anything fancy? No. The only thing you need is food, sleep, and shelter. So why do you not first focus on the 3 foundational things, like hydration, I do not have food here, but, and sleep, and that you have a nice area where you live. That's where you focus on. A lot of people set their focus wrong, and that is wrong. That is simply not good. And now if you still, then I can tell you when or if Jeff Bezos or Mark Zuckerberg can find time to sleep 7 to 8 hours per night, then do you really think that you do not have the time? Do you really think that you are that busy? Sometimes. Well, of course. When I started out with this program for, 5 months, I averaged to sleep around 5 to 6 hours. Times happen. But not for years. Sleep good. Sleep around 7 to 9 hours and you are good to go. And here you can see. Here you can literally see what these benefits are. Cognitive function, emotional stability. So I can go on. I just wanted to do this so you get clear about the fact how important sleep is. And I know that this video will not change instantly all of your habits and all of the stuff you do, but this video will impact you in a way that you shift your mind and that you realize, well, maybe I should sleep longer, and maybe I should do the stuff. Yeah, but maybe not. Yeah, but that's important, man. And here is what I do every single day before sleeping. So, your current sleep is kind of rubbish, or your current sleep is not perfectionized. You watched all of this video with perfect sleep, scientific perfect sleep, yada yada yada, and that is literally this here. And I can do this for you in a very simple way. You have a sleep schedule. That means you wake up and sleep at the very same time. I can show this to you. This can be a time window around 2 hours, right? So you say your time window is between 6 to 8 that you wake up. And I don't know, once a month or once every 2 months, you do not wake up in this time. That is okay. That is completely fine if you hit 95% time of the target. But if you do not hit your target, then it's not good. So as you can see here, this is my time. I actually started this year for this month. And as you can see, this here is my time window. 7, 5, 6, 5, 6, 38, 7, 7, 8, 8, So most of the time in between 6 to 8, right? Here 9, here 5, yeah. But most of the time in between 6 to 8. That is where I wake up, okay? And today it was actually 6:30. And now what we want to do is we want to always keep this promise. When you have now something to do for long, for example, when you have New Year, then obviously you stay up long and you do this stuff. And if you decide to not commit 100% into one profession, and if you do not want to obsessively be the best at something, then you can skip one day. That means that you do not hit your sleep schedule. But I can tell you this, the more you do miss out these schedules, the worse you will feel, the harder it will get for you to reach some goal consistently, and the worse your wealth life and your relationship life will be, even though you sleep longer. And the reason for that is the sleep schedule is important because your hormonal system gets balanced around that. So you need to realize this here. You have something called melatonin. So, and then you have something called cortisol. And this here is your sleep hormone. And this here is your wake up hormone. And you might have heard about that stuff that when you are in the sun, then your body produces cortisol to signalize your body to be awake. By the way, cortisol is the stress hormone too. So too much cortisol will cause you stress. But generally spoken, if you have a lot of cortisol, you're awake or you are stressed. Depends. And if you have a lot of melatonin that gets produced by your body, you are in sleep mode. And now, when you have something your body produces, right? When do you think will your body produce it? Well, most of the time when you go to sleep. And your body has a clock, an inner clock, so-called circadian rhythm. You might have heard about that. If you watch this video, I think you heard about that in Andrew Huberman or in anything like that, right? And your circadian rhythm is kind of your inner clock. That means some people can wake up at 4 a.m. and feel fresh, right? And some people can wake up at 10 a.m. and feel fresh, but not at 4 a.m. And that is because your inner clock is always advancing or changing based on your life. That means if you are a shift worker, you are more likely to have worse sleep, and worse sleep causes a shorter life. That's why people obviously say that shift workers have a shorter life. I worked as a caterer for 1 year, and I had working shifts from 2 p.m. to 7 a.m. in the morning. And when you finish your work at 7 a.m. in the morning and you woke up the day before at 6 a.m., your mind and your body doesn't know what to do. And you actually need 2 days, 3 days to have this clear thought again. So to go back to this example, now what we want to do is, this here's time, and this here's the hormone, right? Hormone, and I will do it in a different color. So this here is melatonin. During the day, pretty low, and 1 dip. That is what your body does, right? And your body does it on a consistent basis. Your body doesn't change that fast. That means when you now go to bed at the same time, you will have the same melatonin spikes. That means you will sleep better because your body produces melatonin at the same time, and then at the same time you go to bed, and after that, by the way, your body stops producing melatonin at the same time and produces cortisol. Oh, sorry. Right? That means not only your sleep is better, but your time awake is better. That's why the sleep schedule is the most important part. So you can sleep 6 hours or 9, but if you sleep on a consistent sleep schedule, your sleep is good to go. The sleep schedule is the key foundation you need to have, right? The best thing. That's preparation. So and here are a lot of things I do. No caffeine. Yeah, no caffeine until 4 p.m. and no naps until 3 p.m. I do this because naps produce melatonin, and when your body now produced the melatonin, you do not feel that good afterwards, right? Your body needs to recalibrate, and you will produce cortisol after sleep. That means you are more awake than before, and it is harder for you to sleep. And when you now sleep at, 9 p.m. and you had a nap from 3 to 4, you only have 4 to 5 hours to recalibrate, and that is not that good. You need to understand your body needs time. And you do it by not taking a nap, and do not take caffeine, because caffeine blocks melatonin. That's literally what caffeine does. It does not make you more awake, it just simply makes you less sleepiness. So when you drink 5 coffee, it's not that you awake because of coffee, it's awake because you can't, or your body can't actually use its produced melatonin for his sleepiness. To understand this, we have something that, I don't know, this is a neuron, and then you have hormones, right? And hormones look like this here, for example, okay? And every neuron has specific receptors. And this here is now melatonin, right? But now you have caffeine. And the thing caffeine can do is, caffeine can now go to the melatonin receptors and block this. And the neuron now has only 3, but 3 times caffeine blocks it, and no melatonin can be produced. And this here takes a lot of time to nullify and to actually now be sleepy again. That's literally how caffeine works, but that aside. But you might notice that you should avoid caffeine, right? So I do this. No caffeine, no heavy meals, no heavy meals. Why? Because simply you do not want, when you're asleep, your body to work. And when you now ate, 3 pizzas in the end of the day, what do you think will that, how do you think will that impact your sleep? Well, pretty easy. It will be worse, because sleep is regeneration and cool down and rebalancing and preparation for the next day. But when you now give your body something to work, your gut something to work, your gut needs to work during the night. And that's not good for your body. That's not good for your body. I see this always from my clients, and they said, well, Justus, my deep sleep was so bad this night, and I do not know the reason. And the first thing I always ask is, when was your last meal? And they always say, yeah, well, actually, I went out to dinner with my friends pretty late, and then we had snacks, and yeah, I need to try this. And then I said, okay. And now you know it. It's because you did eat that late. So, no caffeine, no heavy meals. And now the part everyone struggles with is with the system cooldown. That is actually the true preparation. And I can show this to you. I have literally 3 things I do or I use during my night and or during my preparation. And oh wait, I will show this to you. So let's go to my room. So yup. Oh wait, what? I need to take this here with you. So that's what we do. This is how we go. So what I literally do every single day is pretty easy. Every single yeah, by the way, lights out, and you can see very simplified environment, right? So this is literally how my bedroom looks like. Good boring. So the room here is very cold, and these are things I do. I have water if I'm thirsty during the night or in the morning. I have more water. Then I have a sleep mask. So I literally sleep with a mask because I have some lights from an air diffuser there. And what I use during the night is this here. I want to show this to you. It's literally earplugs. You know? You put them in your ears, and even though I live here in a very quiet space, in a very quiet area, this here will guarantee me quietness. You need to prepare your sleep, and for that reason, you need to cool down your sensory system. That means how you feel, how you hear, how you smell, how you see, and how you can taste the things. Well, you should brush your teeth, obviously, so that you have a fresh mouth. You need to feel a cold area, and in the best case, you are hot. You need to have a great bed. If you do not invest in a good bed, you sleep half of your life or a third of your life in a bed, so why do you not invest in your bed? And this here guarantees me great hearing experience, that I hear nothing. These here are those nose pads, nose stripes. You saw them maybe, I don't know, by this, oh my god, Sigma, Ultra, Omega gurus. But they actually, I use them twice a night. So if you have something like a little illness that your nose doesn't work properly, then use them. For example, today I didn't use them. I do not have a use case for that. But the second thing you do for smell is that you have something. Oh, I can show. Maybe you see this here. Up. Yeah, there. You have something like. Sorry. Something like the air diffuser. Okay? And if it's too hot, something like, I don't know, Homewell, whatever. Something like, I don't know how it's called in English, but a thing that makes your room colder. Okay? That's what you need to have. And then, the final thing you do when you want to sleep is to put on your sleep mask. And I enter this place here, this room, only when I want to go to sleep. 30 minutes before sleep most of the time. Sometimes 1 hour, sometimes 2 hours, sometimes 2 hours, and sometimes half an hour. But most of the time, 30 minutes, in between 12:50 and 45, okay? And what do I do during this time? Well, I set my alarm clock. I do not have my mobile phone around me, but I set my alarm clock and I literally, as you can see, currently I read Stoicism. I read. So I have this light. This light is actually pretty cool. I can show this to you. Very weird video, right? So this video, this light is only dark orange light. So no white light because that blocks your body, and yeah, you know this red light, blue light blockers, this red glass, but they are unnecessary if you just have red lights. And you read. A, you learn, you practice focus. B, you literally calm down, cool down. Your body now knows, because it's a routine, that it's time to produce melatonin. C, you learn something. And D, you have no distractions, silence. As you can hear this here, it's all good. I just want to sleep right now. So if your sleep environment doesn't look like that, then, well, work on that, man. Work on that. Yeah, and basically that's the only thing you need to do in your bedroom. So now we go back. All right. Okay, here we are back again. I hope this is clearly, every successful people has this kind of environment. You can't sleep in chaos, you can't sleep in stress, and I want to tell you this, everything you saw there is perfectionized on sleep. Your bedroom is the room where your bed is, and the only thing you do is to sleep there. Nothing else. Bedroom. And that's what you do. So you saw the system cooldown, yeah, and then screen time exposure. So the only thing you do is, where's my mobile phone? You set an alarm clock. Well, basically, and then you wake up. That's what you do. And now we covered first thing, and I want to tell you, sleep is kind of covered. So prep. During the sleep, what do we do during the sleep? Well, first of all, we want to avoid to wake up a lot of times. How do we do it? With the proper preparation. It will take a few days to recalibrate and to get a routine, right? You say around about 20 days doing this here, I told you before, consistently, to be a routine. So that's what you need to do. And then what you do is you go and wake up. Have a great morning. And how do you have a great morning? Well, that is pretty easy. You have a great morning when you prepared, you slept well, and you did everything I told you. And then the first thing I do is I take a look at my sleep. The Aura app. I hope I can show this to you. As you can see today, today I had, I hope it's focused, 86 health score, 86 sleep score, 83 readiness, so kind of a normal day. And I take a look at this, and if that is not good, I need to change something in my environment. So what I can recommend to you is get some of this here. This here is life-changing. I have this now for 2 years, and it really improves my quality of life. It costs $400 and 6 euros a month, so quite expensive, quite an invest. But if you are a high performer and if you care about yourself, then do it. Invest in it. So can show this to you. Of course, there are some competitors like Whoop and these watches, right? But what do you think? How do you sleep with a band on your wrist? Very, very poor, right? So the ring is pretty good. I work with the company. They are so great. They do this stuff, and it is very, very, very great. Okay, it is very great. So, oh, that's in German, but you do not need to care about that. So that is what you need to do. Take care, track your sleep to prepare better. And I think I said everything. Let me think. Well, maybe you have sometimes that you can't sleep because you have worries, you have anxieties, and you have concerns, and well, your brain can't shut down even though you do all of that stuff. And for that reason, I have something great. And that is, you saw this, I have 3 things I do every evening. And that is literally, yeah, actually 4, but yeah, the Google Calendar, I schedule my next day. Then I have my planner. I literally schedule every single day. And here I have a video about that. So I schedule my day. I know what I need to do for next day. I prepared everything. If I have a meeting, I prepared a script. I did everything. Because you only have worries, anxieties because you do not know things. And when you now can change something, some metric, for example, if you have sales calls you are anxious about, or if you have a pitch, a meeting, then prepare everything, prepare it. And stress only appears because you do not change on something that you can't control. That is what Jeff Bezos said. And therefore, change these things, right? Change these things. The warm up, for example, I have a video about that, so feel free to click it. I do not want to double check it for the people who watched it, right? So basically, I prepare my whole week, my whole day, my whole month, everything, right? And then I track my health every single day, my sleep score. Here you can see I assess this. That is what my client actually need to do. So I literally track my whole day, my whole evening, my whole night. So if you have worries, anxieties, then it might be because of caffeine, it might be because you ate a heavy meal, or it might be because you take medications, you take drugs, you do any kind of that stuff, you do some unusual things you normally do not do. For example, if you have that important meeting, that is an unusual thing too. So if it doesn't fit your routine, then of course you do not have a perfect sleep, right? But you can manage it and you can calm down better if you prepare your next day. So that's what I do first, and then I go to bed. So literally I have around 1 hour bedtime routine. I can call it a routine, but it actually prepares my whole day and makes it so much easier to get in the flow. Okay, that's what I do. And then what do I do? What is the next thing I do in the morning? And that's actually healthy too. Do not something like, yeah, then I go ice cold showering, I meditate for 30 minutes, I go outside and I ran for 50 kilometers, and then I cook some food, and then I journaled, and then I put down my to-do list. No, the first thing I do and all of my clients do, and all of the successful people, the millionaires I know do, is literally working on the most important task for 2 hours. And now for now I need to work a lot on outreach systems. That means I want to build up a team for outreach, for a setter, a salesman. So this whole sales process is kind of my great work right now. That's what I do for the first 2 hours in the morning. That means text messages, having applications, having interviews, doing all of that stuff. And while I do this, I have something cool. That's a good purchase. I have this here. I hope you can see this. So this is basically a treadmill. And if you work 14 to 16 hours every single day, then this here is a game changer. I collect today, we have 3 p.m. I have rest day today, so I only work every single time. And I work, eat, and sleep. That's literally what I do today. But I still have, I hope you can see this, 8,300 steps. So it will be easy. I have a 3-hour meeting after this video recording, so I will have around 12 to 15,000 steps. And that's pretty cool, right? Steps are important. I will cover this in exercise. So do this in the morning. And then after that, go under the shower, breakfast, and do your meditation stuff or what you need to do. But do it. And then work and go on. And then have your routine. That's what you need to do. And do not get distracted for the first 45 minutes. But I will cover this in focus. Just a little teaser. So, that was sleep. Sleep is covered. We have 40 minutes in the recording and I want to be faster, but sleep is covered. Yeah, sir. And this is easier. Very easy. I'm now about to record a huge video. If you know me, and if you are in my community or if you want to go in my community, you need to understand that I do the things very in depth. That means if there is a topic you need to talk about, I do a 2 or 3 hour in-depth video about that, like this here. Obviously more professional and more scripted and more like that, but because I think that YouTube gives us the opportunity to talk, right? To get impressions. But a lot of people only care about clicks and not about value they can share. And therefore they only do these 10-minute videos, these 7 hacks and this short stuff, but that's actually not a thing that is valuable, right? And I can tell you, the 3-hour videos are pain to watch like this here, but in the end you have learned a lot. That's what you need to do at school. You had this long hour periods of working and of writing the exams, but in the end you learned a lot, right? But that's what I'm now about to do, nutrition, and this here is kind of my beta version of the video, okay? So I will do it quickly. First of all, what do I need to eat? And in general, I can tell this to you, I'll work more with this here. You literally, YouTube thumbnail, you can eat everything. It doesn't matter what you eat. I do not care what you eat. For example, this evening I will have a kebab. In Germany, I live in Germany. In Germany, we have this doner kebab culture, and it's more important, more. It's better than pizza or like burger, right? And I enjoy it, but I do this occasionally, not regularly. I have something. That's where we come to Tracker 2. A tracker. And the tracker app is Yazio. If you're American, I recommend you this here. My Fitness Pal, you might heard about that. So basically something that can track your calories, right? And what you now do is that's the first thing you do. You cover the things and you eat the stuff that fits your macros. That means your protein, your carbohydrates, and your fats. And simply spoken, that means you now go here. How much calories? Here, how much calories do I need? Then you have a calorie calculator. That's what you need. Do it now, right? Then you have here your metrics. Look. Oh yes, sir, I'm 6 feet. I weight. How much do I weight in pounds? I guess 175 or something like that. And I exercise active daily exercise or intense exercise 3. Here I just do this here. Okay, now this here. So and then I have calculate, and that is how much calories I need in simple terms. Obviously your metabolism is different than other metabolisms. Genetic and all of that stuff is not included here, but this here is your first thing you want to do. By the way, I currently eat around 2,700 calories, 2,800 calories, and I am on a diet. So this is kind of accurate, right? This is kind of accurate. So then you take this calorie amount, and I think you can see this. You now add 2 grams per pound of body weight. No, sorry, 1 gram protein per 1 gram protein per pound of body weight. Now we have. So that means I eat 2,677 calories if I want to lose 1 pound a week. And from that I eat 175 grams of protein. And then the rest of that doesn't matter. Do not care about carbs, about ketogene or low fat or any like that. Do not care about that, right? Please, do not care. Your nutrition should be as easy as possible, because when you want to grow something in your life and you want to cover health, your health needs to be something like a routine, right? And then do not care about your food. Have your standard, have your main food, and I will share my main food with you in a moment. But do have your main food. And what now follows is the following. You go in the tracker, personalize that stuff, and then you eat these things. Take care of your protein. It doesn't matter if you are a bodybuilder or not. Do this because it's healthy for your brain. Your brain is full of protein and omega-3 fats. So if you eat protein, you do not only build muscles, you build brain cells, and you do not degenerate, right? So, and what you now do is, or what you now have is, you know how many calories you need. And that is cool. That is pretty cool. And I will take a look. Yeah, here's a nutrition list. I have a shopping list for you. Yeah. This is literally what I eat, what every client of me eats, and what most of the successful entrepreneurs. Obviously, there are a lot of obese entrepreneurs, but 95% or 90% of the entrepreneurs who are very successful, Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, always great examples. Thank you that you both do sport. These people eat like that, and it's based on performance. It's not based on taste. It's not based on how much insulin spikes you have or how great it is for bodybuilding. It is for performance, for mental performance. We work hard, therefore we need to be mentally aware. If you are a bodybuilder, do not eat this. Eat more structured, more high carbohydrates, low fat, because then your body, but you do not need to care about that, right? So that is what you eat. Take care of your water. Then you eat fruits, because your body needs vitamins. Then you eat meat, fish, eggs, and milk products. Milk products, obviously, if you are intolerant to lactose, nope, do not eat them. To cover your protein. Then the vegetables, then the oils, and then the herbs. And occasionally, in 5% of the cases, eat whatever you want. When you, I don't know, when you hit a goal or something like that, and now you want to go out with your girlfriend or with your whole family and you go out eating steak and you meal prep, why the heck you do that? It is not sustainable. You will get depressed, you will get anxious, you will question why the heck you do that stuff. You need to reward yourself sometimes, and sometimes you just need to eat this. But do not eat or reward yourself for the things you do not do. That means eat properly and then reward yourself. Do not reward yourself when you not eat properly. And this is what I eat during the day. And then you see, oh well, if you have any knowledge about carbohydrates, you will get your fats by fatty fish, by fatty meats, and through eggs, and obviously through oils, but I do not drink oil or something like that. So my protein and my fat is consumed by fish and eggs and meat. My fruits are my minerals, my vitamins, and my sugars. The herbs are when I want something greater or when I want to calm down. I have something great for you. I have something very great for you. Oh, sorry, this is OBS. Here is... where is this? Let me show this to you. Yeah, here is my ebook. I will leave it in the description for you, okay? So I wrote a whole ebook. That was my first product, literally, that measures mental health based on nutrition, exercise, and awareness. So pretty cool, right? And if you have anxiety, for example, these supplements and these herbs are good for you. These awareness techniques are great for you. This exercise are great for you. And I have this for several things, right? Yeah, there are sponsorships with some nutrition here, yeah, but you do not care about this because, yeah, I use products, but they are only in Germany and you do not need to buy something from it, right? So here are case studies and all of that stuff. So it is literally pretty cool. Pretty cool is that. And here you have kind of a whole herb and supplement guidance if you want to have it. So I will leave this in the description. I hope I do not forget it, but I will do this. So then we covered the herbs, and this is what you need to shop. Here's a whole shopping list for you, okay? So, short breakdown. I know the structure was kind of weird. I think kind of fast, but I hope you have a pen and a paper and you write down a lot of things or you rewatch this video. I'm a huge fan of rewatching, and if this video is too fast for you, then or too slow, then just watch it on 2x speed. And then watch it twice if you can't think that fast. And that is what you literally want to drink. You drink water from glass bottles or spring water because you want high quality water. What you put in yourself, you will get out. That means when you eat great things, when you take care of yourself, A, your body will feel great, but B, you will have a higher self-esteem. That's the main reason why healthy people are that confident or feel that great, because they invest in their body and that they do something, and their body now, or their mind now realize, oh man, I'm worthy the great valuable meat. I'm worthy the great food. I'm worthy the great water. And then your self-esteem level up. So if you want to do something for your self-esteem and for your body, eat great food. You see all of these young kids nowadays who tell you about real food and all of that stuff. They only post it because their self-esteem now is up and they are more awake. these 2 points are important. Not only that you are healthy in your mind, because you have a healthier food, so that your brain now works better and your self-esteem gets better. That's literally a point, a side effect. If you want to drink something different, drink coconut water. Actually, today I had a cup of tea. I love green tea. I only drink green tea currently. I only drink green tea and chamomile. I hope I pronounce it correctly. Chamomile or chamomile, or yeah, you know it, for calming down. So when I drink green tea in the morning, I drink chamomile or chamomile in the evening, and I drink matcha. So I can show this to you. No, I do not want to run away. I drink matcha. So matcha or coffee if you want to drink caffeine. So that is literally what we do. We do not want to consume calories or coffee, obviously caffeine, but we do not want to consume sugar or calories from it. You can drink zero drinks, okay? But do it in a moderate frequency. Do not drink 2 liters of Pepsi or Coke every single day. Reduce it slowly. You can't shut down all of your bad habits today. That's what you need to understand. You can't do it. But this here will be a guidance, and you can rewatch this and rewatch and have timestamps where you go and go and go further. So that's why I designed the video. So sleep, nutrition, awareness, and exercise. So I do not know what I want to put. So I have timestamps, right? So you can take more care about that. Then we have the fruits. For fruits, you can literally grab any fruit you have. For me, and in Germany, my favorite fruit literally is wild blueberries. I eat avocado literally every single day, and in summer, watermelon. I love banana. I eat banana and blueberries and avocado every single day. That's literally what I eat every single day. And occasionally I eat cherries, I eat papaya, I eat apple, I eat mango, I eat watermelon. You can eat whatever fruit you want. Tastes amazing, is great for you, full of nutrients, full of vitamins, full of water. It's great, awesome. Eat fruits, feel free. And by the way, if you live in countries like Japan where fruits are very expensive, then I recommend, or I do not know if you guys have it, but for me in Germany or for you guys in the US, I noticed that you can eat or buy frozen berries or frozen fruits that are less expensive. And they are most of the time pretty good. Then eat meat, eggs, fish. I eat every day eggs, 8 eggs. So I will do this for you. That's what I literally do every single day. This. No, not this, but banana. This year, currently I eat this year because I do not eat a lot of that. And here I eat this year occasionally. So I do not eat that much. And I eat butter and nothing that. I eat raw cacao, I eat raw honey, and I eat pumpkin seeds a lot. And here I eat chia seeds a lot of chia seeds currently because I want to higher my omega-3, but it's all in the ebook, no worries about that, and matcha. So you can see if you can stick to this here, and if you can change your diet for this year, for performance, then it is great. So copy this here, and now I will give you a few side effects, a few hacks you need to follow for high performance, because this seems like a great thing, but what is the difference between this diet and a high performance diet? And that is what I show you now. So you know how much you need to eat, how much protein you eat, even though you do not do sports. And now you know what to eat, but we do not know what we eat, we do not, and what we want. Consistency, we need to understand 95% we eat the clean food and 5% and do it with calories. That means, for example, you eat 3,000 calories a day. That means around 20, oh, I know 21, but around 20,000 calories per week. That means 5% for the 20,000, 25 are 1,000 calories. That means one doner kebab or one pizza. So once a week you can eat a pizza if you eat properly every single time. And sometimes it might be 85 to 15, right? But then you have some weeks with 100, 0. But stick around that and you will feel better, you feel less guilty, and you will crave less things, okay? But now we take a look at performance, and that is bloody great. This is what I tell my clients every single time when they want to start out eating healthy. I tell them, remove the stuff that makes you unhealthy. Remove it. Throw it in the garbage. If you have sweets and sugary food and hyper processed food, throw it away and do not buy it. How can you eat something when you did not purchase it? You do need to take care of the cause, of the root that produces the effect, not of the effect. If I had sweets, chocolates, and all of that scientifically proven addictive making things in my kitchen, what do you think would I do? I would eat the same stuff every single day, and that is the stuff that makes me unhealthy. Because these unhealthy things are scientifically proven to make you unhealthy. They are scientifically created to make you addictive. So, man, it is like I don't know. No, smoking is something different because you have some physical addiction, but it is like video gaming, right? You can't play video games without having something to game. When you are addicted to video games, then literally throw everything in the garbage and stay in your home for 1 month. And after that, you will never ever have problems with video games. It's that simple. It is easy, but it's hard because it is hard to do, right? And that is what performance is. We need to understand that if we have an environment that makes us unhealthy, then we will stay unhealthy. And if you now have, for example, my girlfriend or my family, when I have a holiday or a trip with them and we are in an Airbnb or something like that, they eat not like I do, right? And of course, then there are unhealthy things in my area. But then separate them with yours, okay? Then have a different area where you have your food and their food, that it is out of your vision, out of your mental, and you need to mentally reframe your mind to not eat the stuff, right? But in the end, do not care. Eat the stuff you always eat, and it's alright, okay? And now we come to the performance part, but that's because that is pretty cool. And it's so easy. It is so easy. This is how Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, and Larry Ellison, and all of the people do not have energy crashes. That is the reason. They do not have energy crashes because they do not eat carbohydrates. They do not eat carbohydrates while working. That is basically the whole explanation. They do not eat carbohydrates. That means, for example, I wake up, do my 2 hours work, then I go under the shower, I brush my teeth, and then I go to food and I eat beef mince. Beef mince with onions and Sometimes banana with raw cacao or only this. Okay? Well, banana has sugar and carbohydrates, but not that much. And then in the midday, I eat eggs with avocado. And then in the evening, I eat something with carbohydrates like potato, sweet potato, and all of that stuff. Okay? But never ever eat something with carbohydrates during working on your business. Okay? The reason for that is your body needs glucose, and you might heard all of that. But if you don't, I will explain this to you in 1 minute. Your body produces glucose, and glucose is literally made up by every component you eat. Glucose is your energy in your body. So if you eat protein, if you eat fat, and if you eat carbohydrates, it doesn't matter. It gets all processed in your gut and produced to glucose. And the glucose gets in your muscles, in your brain, and it is your energy, right? But now with sugary food especially, and with carbohydrate foods, short chain carbohydrates, it is that your body now produces and makes a lot of glucose. It is in this work mode. And then there is a hormone called insulin that spikes and crashes, that makes you feel tired. That's why you maybe feel tired after eating pizza or after eating noodles. That's why you have this midday crashes, because you ate high carbohydrates foods. It doesn't matter if it's whole grain or no grain. No grain is different, but whole grain or something like that. The only thing that matters that these things are carbohydrates. And avoid carbohydrates while working. Okay? That is something you do. I only eat carbohydrates before, or not before, for my last meal. That's when I eat carbohydrates, because then I think my body can recharge, and I go in this evening mode and I get tired, a little bit more tired, and then my body can recharge, right? And I eat carbohydrates after a workout. If I have a high intense workout, if you are running, if you are going out in the gym, if you go out in the gym and work out for 1.5 hours, or if you did something physically exhausting, your body has no glycogen storage in its muscles. And then you can eat sugar or carbohydrates to recharge them. And then you do not have this drop. But for performance, do not eat carbohydrates. That's the only thing. You can eat carbohydrates. Ketogene isn't always great, because it's very weird to do while traveling, and it is every diet that is very hard to practice and very exhausting to practice is not a good diet, right? And all of these fancy diets can be good. Obviously, ketogene can be good, or low fat can be good, or vegan can be good. But if you need to avoid something actively, then you stress yourself a lot, and it is very counterproductive. Therefore, I stick to no carbs during the day, only in the evening and after the workout, and then you're good to go. Then you can eat carbs, and it's nice. That's why I eat, for example, the kebab this evening, because it's my last meal. I finished work. I only have something boring, some boring stuff to do, and I can do this on a low frequency, on a low energetic stage. But when you now wake up and eat sugary food and do not have movement and did not work on something and watch the film and all of that stuff, then of course you feel tired, and of course you do not have energy. And that's literally everything you need to know about nutrition. So, know how much calories you need, track them every single day. Pretty easy, pretty simple. Know what to eat, use the shopping list, and if you have some mental issues, take a look at the ebook and get some teas, get some herbs. But only if you want. You do not need to do it, but if it helped you. And eat the stuff in the shopping list and eat for the high performer. And eat at the same time. It's like sleeping. Your body always signalizes you on the same time when it's time to eat. And one more thing, supplements. Only use these 3 supplements for the beginning. First of all, magnesium, then omega-3, and then you do not see anything like of that, right? And then vitamin D3K2. Use those supplements every single day. Vitamin D, when you do not have a lot of sun in your area, then do this. Magnesium, take it. Don't ask me why. Take it, and it's alright. Omega-3 for brain enhancement, and one special guest. If you have a lot of anxieties and worries, like I have, then take something like ashwagandha. This helped me with, I have Asperger, by the way. This helped me with my social anxieties and all of that stuff very, 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 very much. It lowers down your cortisol. Studies have shown that ashwagandha helps you with lowering your cortisol. And that means you have literally lower stress and therefore higher testosterone, but it doesn't matter. And it is great. It is very, very good for you. So ashwagandha, vitamin D3, K2, magnesium, and omega-3. That's what you eat on a daily basis. And the rest of that is unnecessary if you do not have any issues. Okay? And if you have any issues, then check out the link in the description and buy my course 9. No, weird pitch, but sorry about that. Okay, we did it. Nutrition is accomplished, and we are 1 hour 13 into it. Oh my god. But exercise is pretty easy, pretty fast, literally. Because exercise is a thing. I hate teaching exercise because exercise is so incredibly divergent, you know? It is it depends so much on the person. Generalistic, you say you need to do one thing, and that is 10,000 steps every single day. Therefore, I have the treadmill because I work a lot. I do not have the time to go outside and walk. Sometimes I walk with my girlfriend or with my friends and talk, so I batch this task. But most of the time, I need to do something like walking on the treadmill. Okay? This is great because it is scientifically proven that the person who walks 12,000 steps a day in comparison to the person who walks 3,000 steps a day. Alright, here we are back again. My camera went hot and has no battery, so everything fixed, and we are back at exercise. And exercise is, what I said, pretty specific, you know? One thing every single human being needs to do, I told you this, 10 to 12,000 steps every single day, because this decreases your risk of death, diseases and all that stuff by 300%. And there are a variety of studies who compared cigarettes, with smoking 1 cigarette a day with actually walking 12,000 steps, I think in between 8 to 12,000 steps, and the increase of diseases with smoking was 2x, and with only walking 3,000 steps was actually 3x. Yeah, and that means walking is important and every single human needs to walk. And then we have something like exercise. And I love exercise. I love it. I love exercise. So we have the strength, we have the mental, and we have the endurance exercise, okay? And for that I mean 3 different exercises. And the first exercise, I recommend everyone to do this, literally. And it is going to the gym or doing calisthenics, doing weight exercises. Because we as human beings are actually made to lift heavy and to do heavy stuff, right? And we stopped learning these things because we have no offices and we have cars and we do not do things to strengthen our body. Therefore, we need to create gym where we can go and strengthen our body. And the cool part about strength training is that it strengthens your mind too. It strengthens your body and it strengthens your brain. Because now you practice consistency. You practice delayed gratification, that you need to work and eat and do all of that stuff clean. And only after a few years you see results, right? You practice resilience. That is, by the way, one part I want to do in awareness. Because you sometimes do not want to go to the gym, but you do it anyways, and in the end it feels good. So you practice and train your brain and neural pathways that actually allow you to be stronger and be better than ever before. And that's literally what you need to do. I love strength training. Then secondly, as endurance, I go running because it's pretty easy. You can now go outside and run, right? So you do not need to have fancy equipment or anything like that. And then the mental exercise is meditation. Meditation, yoga, all of that stuff. I have a video about meditation on this channel, so I will not explain this to you. Meditation is simply explained breathing. Breathe in, breathe out, focus on. It's focusing on your breath, on the breath that comes in by inhalation and the air that blows out by exhalation. And then you focus, then you have some thoughts, then you think, why the hell are you doing that? And then you just focus back. And every time you focus back, you train your brain for focus, for resilience, okay? So these exercises are actually things you do to strengthen your brain and your body. Strength training to strengthen your appearance, your self-confidence. Because when you are now have a great body, people see that you work hard. I heard this quote that a six-pack or a great body is the most expensive suit you can have. And that has some truth, right? Someone who is shredded and has a great physique versus someone with a $50,000 Prada suit. What would you choose? And everyone would say the great physique. And why not just invest a short period of time every single day? Like, by the way, here again. Oh no, where? Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg, du. As you see, I'm a fan. But why not invest in this and build up the self-confidence, the self-resilience, and have the great physique? Do not have the self-appearance, be more attractive to a different sex, be stronger mentally and physically, appear greater. For example, I'm pretty young in my age, and my shape, my body, my physique allows me to build my self-confidence, even though I always have the baggy clothes. But it allows me to practice the self-confidence, this power inside of me, that I actually am worthy doing that. That's a huge struggle people have. And there are a lot of people who have a huge skill set, are very great in the thing they do, but they think they are introvert, but actually they have low self-esteem. I thought too that I was introvert. I was a gamer. I played video games. I actually have esports earnings, but that is actually kind of stupid too. And I thought that I was always introvert and shy, but in the end, we are just people with low self-esteem. Of course, I love doing this here, talking to you in a camera. I love being alone and I love working alone. I love doing that stuff. That's what introverts do. I do not need other people, right? But low self-esteem and being introvert is not the same, okay? And a lot of I will say quote unquote fat people or unhealthy people have just a low self-esteem and think they are shy and think they are not worth it even though they can do it. Some people are rubbish. Some people do not have some skill set and are obese and are unhealthy, right? But there are people who have a skill set because they focus their whole energy to the work, but they do not have the confidence and the strength, mentally and physically, to practice it. And therefore, I go and help everyone who wants to get healthy to master it. Because when you are healthy, you have your whole life is around self-esteem and how you present something, right? And when you now are healthy, you do not have worries, you do not have anxieties, you do not have concerns. Of course, you have them, but lower. And it is so much easier to appear for different sex, to appear in your friend group, to appear in relationship issues when you are mentally great, right? And is the camera running? Yeah. And it's so much easier to work hard because you do not have brain fog, you do not have the need, the addiction on sugar, of I don't know, drugs, on anything. You just can work, and you are independent, and you can do it. That is what health is. That you have the freedom and the energy that you can live a better life. It's not about living a better life. It's about living a life with more energy. And when you live a life with more energy versus a person with low energy, that means you lived your life twice. When you have twice the energy than the person in front of you, we all have the same time, but we do not have the same energy to use. And energy determines the experiences, the achievements, the things we do. And when we have double the energy, we can put in double the effort, double the exercise, double the things to achieve our goals. And why not exercising, eating clean, sleeping, focus on awareness? I will do this in a few minutes. Why not do this and actually make sure that your life is wonderful and invest in this little part, in this 5% to get 50% more out. It is a long-term invest. And you know this with business, you know this with proper relationships, they are all long-term invests. You might do not see results in the beginning, but after that, you will never, ever, ever, ever want to go back and change your decision, right? That's why I love it. In exercise, I can show you the script here. So literally, it helps you with decision making, resilience, with focus and mental clarity, with hormonal balance and stress relief. Okay, so that's what I could mention too. It is awesome for your hormonal resistance too, because when you exercise now mentally and physically, mentally with meditation, I love meditation, and physically with strength training or running or swimming, I love swimming too, and you can do whatever. Please only make sure that it's physical. For example, if you want to have as your evening routine a stretching routine, then do it. Feel free. Go on YouTube. Go to YouTube. No, wait, I will do it in a separate tab. YouTube. go to YouTube and type in. YouTube is so great for information, right? So great. Stretching routine. So, stretching routine, okay? And here you have a lot of stretching routines you now can try out every single day. A lot of plans, a lot of workouts from lovely people who share their input, okay? And you can try them out and calm down and do it. But do something, exercise, right? And it is for a long and healthy life. So, yeah, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, these guys do this. So every single day do 10,000 steps and pick an additional activity. And I did something that I actually do this stretching 2 times a week. I do this for my clients. I actually structure in 5 different categories: cardiovascular, in strength training, flexibility, skill-based sports, and recreational activities. That means basically these 3, but in 5 categories, a little bit broader, but this here is all you need to know. This is just if you want to have something personalized and if you want to go more in depth. And yeah, and here is something cool. What activity fit best for me? And that is something no one tells you. That is something you need to decide with everything. First, your childhood. What was the first sport you wanted to play? Not a sport with external influence. Not the sport your dad told you to do. The first sport you wanted to do, you wanted to try, you want to be interested in. Do this sport. If you don't know it, then take a look at the character traits you want to adapt. If you like the character traits of people who are golfer or of tennis player, then be a tennis player. If you like the body and the physique of a bodybuilder, then be a bodybuilder, right? What character trait do you want to be? If you want to decide, okay? That's with everything. If you want to decide what you want to be or what you want to do, it doesn't matter. Any kind of activity. Then just picture your future when you do the activity and when you do not do when you not do the activity. Sorry. That's what you do. And therefore these 2 things are pretty cool for this. So take a look at your childhood, take a look at your inner child, and take a look at the character traits, okay? So, for example, my example, I always was insulted in junior school because I was fat. Yeah, I told you this. Therefore, my goal was to be muscular and shredded. Activities, strength training to lose body fat and gain muscles. Simple. Do it. It is egoistic, but we all as human beings are egoistic, and channel your egoistic trait for something good. Don't tell people that they are, I don't know, on the internet, that they are bitches when they cook their food themselves. That is unnecessary. Do something great for yourself and for other people to cope your egoism, okay? Don't cope your egoism by having this narcissistic complex to think that you are better than everyone else and think that you are the king of the world. But once I burn down your house and I remove your cars, you have nothing, because you are mentally ill, you are sick, you have no skills, you have nothing. The only thing you can do is scamming other people and destroying other people's lives, and that is parasitical and egocentric. So please do something great, do something good, and take a look at yourself, heal yourself, and then help others, okay? That's something I wanted to say. Sorry. And then I was the worst runner in my junior running team. So yeah, because I was fat, I was very, very, very bad. And I have asthma, so double fuck, but no worries. And therefore I practice running to beat my previous self, okay? So target your weaknesses. What is the thing you hate? Because then you have the most area to improve. When you are a 0 out of 10 in something and you jump up to a 4 with little effort, because that is still below average, easy to do. It is so confidence boosting in the beginning, and it's so easy to adopt this as a habit. And on the other side, if you are 8 of 10 in something and you want to be a 10, it is so hard to do, but so less rewarding, especially in the beginning. So target your weaknesses. And third, if you don't have anything, experiment. Try new stuff, practice the thing. I don't know, practice something your girlfriend does, or do the sport your best friend does, or try out, do it, just do it. Just practice, just exercise, right? That's literally what I want to do. What you need to do. And that's everything you need to know about exercise, okay? And that's basically what a lot of people will tell you about health. Sleep, nutrition, exercise. So, you don't need a sleep scientist. Fix these things first. You don't need a nutrition expert. Eat like this and you're good to go. For real. You don't need a power bodybuilder and all of that stuff. Just do this. And by the way, here, another teaser, another cool thing. A workout plan. Workout. That's what I want to give you. That's the last pinch of salt I want to give you in my... Here. You can copy paste it. Okay? Here's a full workout plan. What you want to do. What you need to do when you want to start out with strength training. Okay? This is a full body workout with... You can see with 4 days rest. That means 3 times a week. So that's what I want to do. These are the principles. That's when you're intermediate. That means upper lower split with 4 times a week. That's actually what I run currently. I love this because then on rest days I can do cardio or calisthenics. And then I have the advanced when you're all in on bodybuilding. Then you have 6 times. Yeah. And here. So you can do this. Do it. Copy paste it. Yeah, I don't know. Pause the video, go back, and yeah, it's cool. It's pretty cool. So that's all you need to do, exercise. But exercise is not only physical, it's also mental, you know? It's meditation. And meditation is just being calm. Doing nothing is it literally, okay? And to build a bridge, we now go to the last chapter. And this chapter is kind of short because I have a lot of videos about these topics, my things. And in my program I have 2-hour videos about every single topic here. The stress is literally a whole chapter, but I will give you the foundations right now so that you do not need my offer, okay? You do not need it, right? You do not need any supplements I take. You do not need anything, okay? So I told you, I gave you the trackers, I gave you nutrition, I gave you the warm-up, I gave you this. I gave you sleep, I gave you nutrition, exercise, awareness, focus. Okay, then let's see how to focus. And focus is literally this here. Okay, and the last thing is awareness. And awareness is something I do not need to tell you. You know it. You know what your goal is, you know how to focus, and you know how to calm down, how to get less stressed. And if you want to know more about this, then check out the rest of my channel. I have videos about every separate topic. This video is going to be, as I can see, 1.5 hours long. It's alright. And yeah, that's basically it. And this is literally how you get healthier. Healthier than, not than 99%, but healthier than literally your doctor, okay? Your doctor asks you how you got that healthy if you do this for 6 months after that, okay? I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you give positive feedback, or you write a comment, or you interact with me. I would love to do it. I'm still growing. I hope I can produce value, because once the channel grows, obviously I will do more fancy stuff, but yeah, I hope this is value. I focus on value. I want to give you the best value as possible. And yeah, that's it. That's the video. If you are an entrepreneur, a business owner, only if you are this. If not, if you're about to start out a business, just watch my YouTube channel. But if you are an entrepreneur, then check out the first link in the description if you want to. There I explain you what I offer, what I do. I guarantee you 80 out of 100 health score with the O-ring. I actually buy you one, and I buy you blood tests, and I buy you all supplements you need, and I buy you everything for health, every tool to make sure that you are healthy, right, in 6 months. And I guarantee this to you, so based on results. So if you want to get healthy fast, with guidance, with tools, with techniques, so that you can stay healthy for 50 years or longer, then just check out the first link in the script, the only link in the descriptions. If not, I do not care. It is not necessary for me. I love doing this here. I love posting this. I love sharing the value, and I love doing the videos because I realize this is kind of a journal for me. One day I know that in a few years I will be big, I will be bigger, and I will sit in a completely different room. I do not have this weird room anymore. I maybe will live in a completely different country with completely different people, but I want to help you. That's my goal, right? That's my life purpose, my life mission, because I know how hard it is to be mentally ill, to be physically ill. I had cancer and obesity and all of the bloody stuff. And yeah, I just want to thank you for this. Thank you for listening to this. I do not believe that anyone listens that far, but if you do, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Really, thank you.